Your first week behind the wheel of a school bus is going to humble you. I don't care how confident you are, and I don't care how well you did in your training. The first week, the real thing, the real kids, the real route, it's a different animal entirely, and nobody tells you that before you start. But today, I am going to tell you exactly what to expect, what to do, and how to come out of the other side still standing. Let's get into it. My name is Shan. I am a transportation supervisor for one of the largest school districts in the country. But before I got into supervision, I sat in that very driver's seat. I know how it feels to drive out of a school with a bus full of kids behind you and not know how it's going to go for the next 1 hour. I have worked alongside and supervised drivers who made it. They figured it out, and they are now some of the best drivers on the road. I have also seen drivers who did not make it past week 2. Not because they weren't capable, but because no one prepared them mentally for what was coming. This video is for people who want to make it. Let's talk about the 4 biggest things that will test you in your first week and exactly how to handle each one. Number 1, and I want you to hear this clearly, the kids will test you immediately. They're not going to be malicious. Most of the time, they're going to do what kids do best. They're going to be curious, they're going to be social, and they want to know exactly what you are about. The way they find out is by pushing. A little bit of noise here, someone standing up when they shouldn't, someone screaming across the aisle. They want to know exactly how you will react. Now, here is a trap that a lot of new drivers fall into. They react emotionally. They raise their voice, they get frustrated, and the moment you do that, you have just told every single kid on that bus exactly what buttons to push to get a reaction out of you, and they will do that every single day. The best move is to stay calm, consistent, and non emotional. You set the expectation once, clearly, voices down, stay seated, keep the aisle clear. Then you reinforce the expectations same way every time, no matter what. You don't yell, you don't plead, you address the behavior a matter of factly, and you keep moving. Kids respond to structure. They actually want it, even when they're testing it. If you're consistent in week 1, by week 3, those kids know who you are, they respect the routine, and your runs are smooth. And if a situation escalates to the point where safety is at risk, you know what to do. You pull over. Do not try to manage a serious behavior situation while operating a 35,000-pound vehicle. Pull over, handle it, report it, document it. That's the process. Don't try to be their friend right out of the gate. Be their driver first. The relationship will come with time. Number 2, your mirrors. In your CDL training, you learned your mirrors for the test. You knew which mirror covers which zone. You passed. You got your endorsement. Great. But knowing it for a test and having it be an instinct are 2 completely different things. In your first week, you're overwhelmed. You've got kids boarding your bus, you've got parents standing around in weird spots, you've got cars cutting you off in intersections, and at the same time, you're trying to remember your route. But remember, in the middle of all of that, your mirrors are the one thing keeping everybody alive. Here's what I want you to do. Before you even start your run, before you pick up a single kid, take 5 minutes, sit at your seat, and do your mirror check. Do it every single day so it burns into your muscle memory. Run it so you don't even have to think about it. And when you are on the road, especially when making stops, slow down. New drivers rush through the stop procedures uh, because of the pressure of the schedule. They feel they're going to fall behind. They're thinking, oh, the parents are waiting for me. I get it, but that's exactly when mistakes happen. When you're at the stop, the route waits. The schedule is secondary to getting kids on and off the bus safely. Nobody, not dispatch, not your supervisor, not the school, wants you to rush your stop, ever. The habits that you build in your first week, especially the mirror habit, is going to stay with you for the rest of your career. So build good habits. Number three, the route. Your first few days, the route is going to feel like a lot. You've got turn by turn directions to follow, stops to hit in sequence, students to account for, and you're trying to do all of that in real time while managing a bus full of kids. I'm not going to lie to you, it will feel chaotic. But here's what I need you to know, that feeling has an expiration date: 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks, and the route starts to click. The turns become automatic. You start recognizing houses, familiar faces at stops, patterns in the traffic. By the end of the first month, you'll learn that route and barely think about the navigation at all. The drivers who struggle past that point are usually the ones who didn't learn the route proactively. So here's what I recommend for week one. If you can, drive your route without kids first. A lot of districts will let you shadow a veteran driver or do a pre-service run. Take advantage of that. Even sitting in the passenger seat while someone else is driving helps you tremendously. If that's not available to you, use Google Maps or whatever routing tool your district provides and trace the route the night before. Know where you're going, know the tricky turns, know where the narrow streets are, where the low clearance might be. Go in prepared. And when you make a mistake on the route, and you will, every new driver does, don't spiral. Call dispatch, communicate the situation, course correct, and keep going. A calm driver who makes a mistake and handles it professionally is 10 times more valuable than a panicked one. The route gets easier, I promise you that. But whatever happens, never ever use your cell phone while you are driving the school bus, especially if you have kids on board. In my district, that will get you in trouble. Number four, and this one might be the most important: ask questions. I see this pattern all the time with new drivers. They want to prove themselves, they don't want to look like they don't know what they're doing, so they stay quiet, they try to figure things out on their own and end up making avoidable mistakes that could have been prevented with a simple question. Listen, every veteran driver at that parking lot has been exactly where you are. Every supervisor, including myself, started somewhere. Nobody expects you to know everything on day one. What we do expect is that you speak up when you're unsure. Not sure about a student's stop location? Ask. Unclear on the policy for a student who's not at the stop? Ask. Don't know the protocol for a specific situation? Ask before the situation happens, not during it. Find one or two veteran drivers who seem approachable and introduce yourself. In most teams or parking lots, there are people who genuinely love passing on what they know. Those relationships are some of the most valuable things you will build in this career. And to any supervisors watching this, your job in that new driver's first week is to be approachable. Make it easy for them to come to you. A driver who asks questions early is a driver who grows. A driver who's afraid to ask questions is a driver who eventually has an incident that could have been avoided. Nobody has to white knuckle through this job alone. Use your team. So let me bring it home. Your first week is going to be a lot. You're going to feel overwhelmed at some point. You might go home that first day and wonder what you've got yourself into. That's normal. That's almost a rite of passage. And if you hold on to these four things: stay calm with the kids, Respect your mirrors, trust that the route gets easier, and ask for help. You're going to be fine, more than fine. This job matters. The kids on your bus are counting on you to get them there safe and get them home safe. That's the responsibility part of route and responsibility. And when you do it well, it's one of the most underrated jobs in your entire school district. If you are a new driver or thinking about getting your CDL-B or school bus endorsement, drop a comment below. Let me know where you are in the process. I want to hear from you. If this video helped you, share it with someone who just started or is about to start. Subscribe to Route and Responsibility for more real talk on school transportation for drivers, for supervisors, and for parents who want to understand the world their kids ride through every single morning. I will see you in the next one.